Anthony Joshua is with the Reynoso camp. He's with the Reynoso camp. And maybe he's stepping out to see if he can find some more help. Is Reynoso's the right fit for Anthony Joshua for him to deal with this fiasco? Who knows? But AJ seems to be shopping around for a trainer in America. Is Reynoso the right guy? I don't know. You see how Frank Sanchez was looking. Frank Sanchez looks phenomenal as a heavyweight. Is it because of the Reynoso or is it because of Frank Sanchez's Cuban background? Nonetheless, Frank Sanchez looked impressive. AJ went over there straight to Reynoso. Reynoso trains Canelo. Reynoso has probably one of the best camps in boxing. Canelo Alvarez is one of the best fighters in boxing. It makes sense, right? We're going to see what AJ decides to do. You know, people suspect that he's over there looking for a new trainer. Now, will Rod McCracken play the secondary guy? Or is Reynoso willing to take a secondary role considering his status in the sport of boxing? You know, trainer of the year several times, etc., etc., etc. We go see. Anthony Joshua going to need all the help he can get against Alexander Usyk. He's going to need all the help he can get. That's a tough fight for AJ. Just like Fury was tough for Wilder, Usyk's tough for AJ. We go see. And something else I told you guys in my last video. Well, Mikey Garcia should have just fought Regis Prograis, right? Should have just fought him. Money might have been not what he wanted for that type of fight, but he should have fought him. Wow, now Regis Prograis comes out and says the Mikey Garcia fight not happening because he lost to Sandro Martin. So Mikey Garcia's stock has definitely dropped from taking this fight with Sandro Martin. Man, cherry picking gone wrong. The perfect case of cherry picking going wrong, you guys. This is what happens when you play around. He should have just took the tough fight. Sometimes you gotta take the tough fights, man. He tried to cherry pick, tried to take the easy road, and the easy road ended up making his road from here on out. It's not looking certain. You know, is Mikey Garcia gonna come back to boxing? Who the fuck knows? You know? Who knows? So Floyd Mayweather says pretty much he takes shots at Team Wilder and says that he wants people to follow a humble mentor, teacher, student, coach of the boxing, and Mark Breland. He says, please follow at Mark Breland. So pretty much he's saying that Malik Scott isn't worthy to coach a fighter. He says that this is why I recognize him as an elite boxing coach, something that nowadays many unqualified people claim to be. So I wonder who is he referring to? Floyd Mayweather. Is he referring to Malik Scott? Mike Tyson seemed to think Malik Scott did a phenomenal job that night in their fight with Tyson Fury. But Floyd Mayweather, he went another route. He probably feels some type of way because Team Wilder didn't take up his offer to train Wilder for the fight. What if Floyd Mayweather had been good for Wilder? Quite possibly. He probably would have told Wilder to do some things. Weightlifting probably wouldn't have been one of them. Okay? It probably have been no weights. You know, if Floyd Mayweather was involved with Deontay Wilder. But hey, it is what it is. It played out how it was supposed to play out. Okay? But yeah, that's what Floyd had to say. Malik Scott, since then, made a response to what Floyd Mayweather had said. But really, at this point, Floyd said what he said. You know? Floyd Mayweather said what he said. And it was a subliminal shot, so to speak. It was subliminal. It was pretty subliminal. But nonetheless, you know, Malik Scott, let's see what Malik Scott really had to say, you guys. Let me do that while I'm right here. Malik Scott, you guys go subscribe to my boy, YSM Sports Media. Malik Scott says, I wouldn't say he was talking shit about me, but it was more indirect shots at Deontay Wilder. But what's funny is Mark Breland has been known a legend for decades, but all of a sudden Floyd posts him with praise unconditionally a week after we lose to Fury. But Then to make it even more funny, Mark Breland has even never really liked Floyd anyway. Wow. Oh, wow. Wait. He says, let me read it again to you guys. Okay? He says, but what's even more funny is Mark Breland has been a known legend for decades, but all of a sudden, Floyd posts him with praise conditionally, and we got the Tyson Fury fight. But then to make it even more funny, Mark Breland has never really liked Floyd anyway. Wow. Floyd's taking shots at Wilder. He's taking shots at Team Wilder for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Then he says, On numerous occasions, personally and publicly, he's always called Floyd Mayweather an overrated big mouth that would have not stood a chance in his era. Shaking my head. That's humans for you. That's the facts of life. End quote by Malik King Scott. So that's his response to Floyd Mayweather and what Floyd Mayweather had to say. I mean, shit, dude. Like, hey. It is what it is. I think it played out how it was supposed to play out, you guys. Honestly. The Fury Wilder fight, I think it played out how it was supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for you guys. You know, this is just a quick update on what's going on in boxing. I told you guys about the Mike Garcia shit. Should have just fought Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? Should have just fought Regis. AJ going to Reynoso camp, will it benefit him? Will it help? Well, who knows? He can train with Frank Sanchez. He can get him some good work. He probably wants to get in there with Frank Sanchez because Frank Sanchez will give him some good work to deal with Usyk. And Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Will something happen from that? Like, subscribe, hide your boy. Peace out.